Easter, I hardly know her. Hi, welcome back to the Hachette Partworks DALEK Collection build, and we're here for issue 11. Here we go. If this is your first time joining us, feel free to go back and watch the first 10 issues of this magazine subscription. Last week, we finished the outside of the Dalek's head. There's still lots of bits and bobs to go on the inside, which I think we're going to start on this week. But look at the beautiful paneling of the little golden bonds. Without further ado, I say we crack on with issue 11. Yeah! As always, we get a copy of the magazine and our little box of treats. But enough about you, box of treats. Let's have a look at the magazine. Hype levels at full yet again for the inside cover of these magazines. Oh! I've never been more disappointed in my entire life. It's fine. I understand they can't be all winners, but it's my favorite part of the magazine. It's opening and seeing the art on the front cover, but whatever, we'll move on. Yep, normally they have a nice piece of art here, but I guess not this week, because someone's got to have an Easter holiday, am I right? Ah, little smiling face of motors and gizmos. Barbara! The survivors. In the mysterious metal city, the Doctor encounters the Daleks for the very first time. What an episode! That sounded sarcastic. It is actually a really cool story and really atmospheric. Obviously, when you look at Doctor Who now and how colourful and vivid it is, you don't really appreciate how well used the black and white was back in the day. They really used shadow and contrast really well. And there they are, the Daleks for the first time. Hello. He's right behind me, isn't he? Shawcraft Models was an independent company regularly hired by film and TV studios as model and prop builders. So I guess Shawcraft Models was the original builder of the Daleks. That's really interesting. Ah, the Dalek music. That is one of the most standout, iconic things about that first story is the music. It's not even really music. As it says there, it was more of a eerie soundscape, and that is what it is. It's just the most weird, otherworldly, alien sounding music, and it's so cool. Oh, I love seeing these as well. These are the original designs for the Dalek. They are cool, and maybe it's just because I'm used to what we got, but they don't slap quite as hard as the OG Dalek does. Davros Part 2. Whole spread here about the OG creator, Davros, in his big DJ chair. And it's build time. Look at that little happy face. You wouldn't think it was a murder machine, would you? That looks like a lot of things that fit in this small little box. Okay, so we have the cable. That's piece D. Oh, I think this is the little motor. Yeah, God, that's so much smaller than I thought it was going to be. Oh, that's so cool. Don't you just love a motor? Am I right? Am I right, lads? I presume this will be part A and maybe C as well. Yeah, so that's C, and this will be A. Ah, and then these will be screws. Yeah, we got 2 lots of AP screws. Lovely. So we got A, we've got B, we've got C, we've got D, and screws. Take the dome assembly from the previous issue and identify the fixing points for the motor housing. Let's flip it around. Oh, wait till you see what I've done in here. Look, I take down the cables. As I prophesied. Oh, I'm just noticing one of them has come loose, so cool. Good work, Joe. So yeah, I just put some masking tape onto the cables here, so they're kind of out of the way. This one's still hanging loose. I think we're gonna be working on that, so I've left that free and easy. But yes, it is a lot more easy to navigate things in here. Now these have been stuck down, so I do recommend that camera. Okie doke, so where were we? Piece A, that is going to go, looks like that's gonna go here. The housing has 4 tabs, each with a screw hole. Correct, it do. Fix the housing in place with 4 AP screws. Do you know what? I think I will. Now then everybody, while we are screwing, what has everyone thought about Doctor Who so far? So at time of recording this, episode 2 is out now of season 2. I really don't like that they're calling it season 2. It just bugs me. But I liked the Robot Revolution. I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. It was fun. Nothing mind-blowingly special, but a good fun romp and a good introduction to Belinda. As for Lux, I loved that episode. I thought it was really good. It's definitely up there with like my top shooty episodes so far. But yeah, I loved it. I loved the tone of the episode. I loved the animation, was something we've never really seen in Doctor Who before. Just a really cool idea. Definitely one of the most like visually interesting episodes of Doctor Who probably ever. That scene with the Doctor Who fans was interesting. Okay, that seems to be in. Relatively tight. I'm just worried, I want it to be like perfectly tight, because if it's going to be a motor housing for the motor, it's going to be like a moving part. I just want to make sure it's tight as possible so it doesn't, you know, end up breaking anything. We'll just go with that, shall we? Okie doke. Take the motor and the test cable. Ooh, we need the wee tester again. So that will go into here. Okay. I didn't even do it! I didn't even do it! Oh no! I'm excited for this. So that's off currently. So this is gonna plug in here. Okay, it's a bit of a mess of cables, but let's hope this does something. Ooh! It's coming this way. It's coming this way! Look at that. It's spinning. We have spinach. Look at it go. And obviously this is just the tester. So it'll be interesting to see how fast this goes and how sort of dynamic the movement is. But look at all that. The inner workings, all those cogs. It's like the Series 8 intro. So, back to dome. Fit the motor 11B into the housing 11A as indicated. Because we're turning it, it's now gone a little bit out of position to make it easier to install. So I'm gonna put it back into the battery box and just move it until it's at a good place. So if that's the way it needs to be, it kind of needs to be side on. So about there. Aha. So this should hopefully slot in there, but we also want to slot that bit and then down. Are we in? Is that it? Is that as far as it goes? So the motor is now in the housing and that little extension on it is now into the slot on the iStock, which hopefully means it's not going to be quite as wobbly now that it's been fixed onto a motor. So we're taking this cover, which presumably will just go over the motor, fix the cover in place with 4 AP screws. Do not test the motor at this stage as it will not function correctly and damage may occur. Goodbye motor for now. Enjoy your new house. And then we fix that into place with 4 AP screws. Oh, it's so exciting that we're starting to get motors for this. I cannot wait till it's just moving and living and killing. Last screw going into the housing, and there we have it. Why it still feels a bit wobbly. It just made a noise, I swear to God. Okay, I think that's as tight as we're gonna get it for now, so maybe we'll revisit that. Is this gonna damage the motor if I move the iStock? No, not really. Does that mean the spring's gonna stay in place? Okay, it definitely feels a lot more secure now that the motor is in, which is good, but that'll do us for issue 11. Let's have a little look at what's coming next week, shall we? So we've got the first motor for the eyes have been fitted. Next time you can install the circuit board into the dome and attach the second motor housing and motor cover. That's very exciting. So this is the beginning of the actual proper circuit boards, not just the test stuff that are going to go into the dome, which means that maybe we can test the iStock? I don't know. I don't make the magazine. I'm going to scoot you over there as we consult the ancient tome of Skaro. Issue 11, you're going into the binder and your fate is sealed. That was the binder closing. That was the sound effect. But there we go. It's all coming together. Issue 11 is done and dusted. Join me next time for issue 12, where it looks like we'll be getting some proper electronics in Sit Dome. Thank you for joining me for issue 11. Feel free to subscribe if you want to carry on with the journey along with me as we build this half-size Dalek replica. If you want to get it for yourself, head along to the Hachette Partworks website, which you can find in the description below. And join me next time for issue 12, which is going to be very exciting. Are you excited? I'm excited! And we're going to be moving on to some more electronics, some more housing for some more motors. It's an absolute motor mania. It's motor mania. I guess the only way out of this YouTube video for either of us is to break the frame. If you like to get about Motorhead. You get it? On account of the motor on the head of the dome. You did it. You reached the end of another Hachette Partworks Dalek Collection build video. My God, you're good. I'm sort of beginning to realize in these little end screen voiceovers, I don't really have much else to say that I haven't already said in the video. RE, subscribing and where to find the magazine. So, Let's just chat, shall we? I know what to do. Let's look at some of the comments from the last video, shall we? Just for a laugh. Chris Creates 11 says, I'm also building this amazing model on my channel. I've just finished issues 11 to 14. Well, head over and check out his channel, guys, if you want to see someone else do it, and probably do it much better than I am. Okay, the intro was absolutely peak. The effects are actually spectacular. I don't know if they're that spectacular, but I appreciate the sentiment all the same. There is good practice when fitting multiple screws or bolts. Apply all the screws loosely before finally tightening them in a pattern similar to 1342. This helps avoid the situation where the last screw doesn't fit properly because you've lost the tolerance by tightening down a previous fitting. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. Hope Doctor Who will be cancelled before the Dalek is complete. Why? Why would you hope that? Don't mind me just seeking out a fob watch for unrelated reasons. Is a Time Lord! Get him! Right, that'll do us. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.